Still awake? Yeah, me too. Sometimes, sleep just won't come, and instead of tossing and turning, I figured, why not tell a story? But not just any story. A story that might make you wish you never stayed up. Ever feel like you're in the wrong place? Like, really wrong? And no matter what you do, you can't fix it? Madeline was just trying to get home. One train. One ride. But when the doors closed, she realized something was off. And then? The train kept moving, past stops that shouldn't exist. This is last train to nowhere. And this is where her nightmare begins. Chapter 1: The Last Train. The fluorescent lights of the subway station flickered above, casting long, jittery shadows against the tiled walls. Madeline checked her phone, 2:47 a.m. The last train should have arrived 10 minutes ago, but the station's eerie silence suggested otherwise. She was alone, except for the rhythmic drip of water somewhere in the darkness beyond the platform. She exhaled, the sound of her breath unnervingly loud in the emptiness. She had been out late at a friend's party and, against better judgment, took the subway home. Cheaper than a cab, she had reasoned. But now, sitting on the cold, metal bench, the weight of exhaustion settled over her. Madeline glanced at the map above her, following the lines with her finger. She was sure she was on the right platform. The schedule on the screen overhead now read last train, 2:55 a.m. A few more minutes. Just a little longer. Her eyelids felt impossibly heavy. Maybe she could close them for just a second, just a tiny moment to rest. The dim hum of the station became a lullaby, the cold metal against her back oddly comfortable. Just for a second. Darkness swallowed her whole. When Madeline's eyes snapped open, the station was silent. Too silent. The electronic sign above no longer displayed the schedule, just a blank, pulsing screen. The air felt thicker, heavier, like something unseen had filled the space around her. Her phone screen was black. Dead. Panic flared in her chest. Had she slept through the last train? She sprang up from the bench, heart pounding in her ears. Maybe she could take the stairs and find her way back up to the streets. But as she turned, her breath hitched. The stairs were gone. Where there had once been an exit, there was now only a blank concrete wall. No signs, no markings, just endless, smooth cement. The tunnel where the train should have come from stretched into an abyss, longer, darker, deeper than she remembered. A void that seemed to breathe. Then, the sound. A distant shuffling. Slow, deliberate. Like something dragging itself forward. Madeline's pulse roared in her ears as she turned toward the tracks. There was no train. No lights in the tunnel. Just an unholy darkness watching her. Then came the whisper. Low, guttural, wet, like something speaking from beneath the earth.
You shouldn't have fallen asleep.
Madeline stumbled backward, her breath strangled in her throat. The voice wasn't hers. It wasn't human. And worst of all, it was coming from behind her.